Hi there, in this video I'm gonna show you how to install JDK 10 on Windows. So the purpose of having this JDK installed on Windows just because we need to install the IDE IntelliJ to run or to write the Java application. So in order to install the JDK 10, you need to go to Google and search for JDK 10, and the first link, just click on that, and you will need to click on the accept license agreement, and then you can now click on this Windows 34-bit exe. So in order to know if your computer is running on 32-bit or on the 64-bit, you will need to click on the window key. It is next to the Alt key on the keyboard, and press on the window key plus E, and now you will see this dialog box. Then this PC, I'm using the Windows 10, and right click on it, click on the property. You will now see that the system type is either running on 64-bit or 32-bit. So if you are using 64-bit, then just follow what I just mentioned earlier, and now click on this link to download the JDK version 10. But then if you think that your computer is running on the 32-bit, then just search for JDK 32-bit. With the first link, you will see that the IDE is JDK 8 but not JDK 10, because Oracle does not provide any support for JDK running version 10. So then click on the accept agreement, and you will find that the x86, which means that these refer to 32-bit of the operating system you are using. Then click on next and install as normal. I will skip this video when this download has finished. So the JDK 10 has been downloaded, and you can now click on this file to install the JDK 10. And yes. Click next, and this is the file location. Just click next. Next. So the installation process have been finished, and you can now click on the closed, and that is it. So next video I'm going to show you how to install the Intellij IDE in order to write the Java applications. Alright, to install Intellij IDE, which is a Java Integrated Development Environment or IDE to run on various programming languages such as Java, you will then need to go to Google and search for Intellij IDEA, and in the first link here you can click on that. So next you click on the download button. So there are two versions, as you can see. Alright, so I would click on I agree to use the cookie. There are two versions, which the Ultimate and the Community. So for the Ultimate, you will need to pay for it, as it provides more functionalities compared to the Community versions. So here, at the moment, you don't need to care too much about the Ultimate versions. You can now click on the community to download, and the file will be downloaded. So I will skip the downloading process and see you in a minute. The file has now been downloaded. Click on that. So next you need to run the file by clicking on the run button. Alright, this is the dialog box that you need to agree to click on yes. And here the welcome screen for the installation process. Click on next. So this is because the version I already downloaded, and in order to show you how the process can be done, so at the moment I need to uninstall the old version. Alright, this is the destination folder. So if you want to change the location of the folder installed on your computer, you can do so by clicking on here, but then this is the default one. Now click on next. Okay, so it's important to know that if your system running on 32-bit versions of the Windows, you will then need to click on the 32-bit launcher and download the install JOS x86, which is required to run on the 32-bit Windows. But most computers are now running on the 64-bit. Then you only need to tick on this button and to create association. So this part, which is recommended, because if you are having this checked, you can click on this file to open up the Intellij IDEA IDE later on. Then click on next. Install. The installation process has been started, so just wait until it finished. Okay, so now you can click on the Run IDE. Finish. Okay, so to complete the installation process, it asks you to whether you want to import the previous setting from the previous version of your Intellij IDE if you have already installed one. But then at the moment I don't want to import any settings, and click on OK. Okay, so here you will see there are two themes. One is the dark one, the other one is the white, which is called the Intellij. So click on the next default plugin. So here is several plugins, but at the moment you don't need to worry too much about this one. You can do it later on the course. So now click on the next. Okay, so here it asks you to download a feature plugin. You can do so. So at the moment you don't need to install any plugins. You can do so later when you're using the Intellij IDEA. So click on the start using it. Alright, so now the IDE has been installed. Okay, so now we need to associate the JDK we installed earlier to use with the Intellij IDEA. So in order to do that, click on the configure, project defaults, and select the project structure. Okay, so here you can see that the project SDK select to none. Now you click on the new, click on JDK. Now navigate to the default destination folder and install. Make sure that you're selecting the program file but not the x86, that completely different folder. Now navigate to the Java. You will now see that this is the version that we has just installed, the JDK 10 point, and you will also see that I installed the previous version. And the other things, make sure you don't select the JRE as this is not the one that we want. Click on the JDK, the latest version, and then click on next or OK. Alright, so now you will see that the project language level by default is select to 10, which is the correct one. If you are using the previous version, then it would be version 8 or version 7, etc. Okay, so that is it. Click on the apply button and click OK. Alright, so now the project default project structure has been configured. Now you need to click on that again and click on the settings. So here, navigate to the editor and general. Alright, auto import. So you need to select these two on the fly and optimize the import on the fly. Then click on the appearance. Okay, make sure that the line number is shown because it's easy for us to navigate errors, etc. And the last one would be the code folding, and make sure that the closure and generate constructor and method parameter is unchecked, because we want to make sure that the code that we are writing is not hidden by the Intellij IDEA. Now click on the apply and click OK. So that is it. We have already finished install the Intellij IDEA, the IDE, and as well as configure the Intellij IDEA. So we can just start using it along the way.